Today we're speedrunning every Bloons tower defense game, and we're starting with the first. Right away we want to buy a dart tower and give him piercing darts. This is going to one-shot us through the entirety of the first round, and then right after that we can buy our second dart tower. The thing about them is they're very cheap and you can get a ton of them. If we misplace them, then we might leak some balloons, and then we have to wait this entire section of them going all the way across the path. It wastes like 10 to 15 seconds, so we really don't want that to happen. And you might also notice we're not getting any of these dart monkeys upgrades. That's just because it makes more sense to buy a ton of them than even upgrade any of them. Eventually they will be upgraded, but for now we're just keeping them as is. We're starting to get these green balloons, which are really hard to beat, especially right here, so we just need to overpower them with our forces. Positioning in this game matters a lot. It is so easy to leak in this game because we're mainly using dart monkeys, and the upgraded ones can only at most pop 2 at a time. You have to make sure you have a lot of them, and you have to make sure they're actually doing what you want them to. And don't worry, we will use other towers within this speedrun. There's the dart tower, the tack tower, the ice tower, the bomb tower, and the super monkey. And if you see the prices of some of these things, the bomb tower alone is $900 and the ice tower is $850. So for a large part, it's just not worth it to buy them. But now you can see we're starting to get to the point where we're actually going to upgrade our towers. We want most of them to have piercing darts. Long range doesn't really matter too much, but piercing darts is really nice, so it can pop 2 balloons instead of 1. And we're getting to some fairly scary points where it's very easy to leak, but as we upgrade more monkeys, that gets a lot less scary. We're kind of out of space over here, so we're going to start putting some monkeys in some other places. For all these monkeys, because we're making money so fast, we want to get them and then upgrade them right away. And we're just going to place them in still kind of strategic positions. It does matter where we place them, but it does matter a lot less than it did in the beginning rounds because there is a lot less chance for us to actually leak some. Finally, on round 23, it's time to get our first other tower. So we're going to save up our money until we get 400 so we can get the tack tower. The tack tower is really nice because it does shoot in all those different directions, and when you have it in a space like this, it's a good tower to have. But with these, it's much like the dart monkeys where we want to get faster shooting for them. Faster shooting is just nice in general. But you can see the rounds are getting a lot harder. We're starting to get a lot more yellow balloons, but the good thing is we have such overwhelming forces that it doesn't matter at all. Even with these black balloons, it just doesn't matter. They just come through and we destroy them. And for this game, there are 50 rounds in total. Also, we're going to start getting long range darts for our farther away monkeys. When they're farther away and not on the first layer, it kind of does make sense because they can't reach as much. And I mean, we have so much money anyway, so might as well. And I'm probably going to place just a few more monkeys, and then we're going to wait and save up for a super monkey. The thing is, the bomb tower and the ice tower, they're not even that bad. They're just not worth the investment. Especially with the ice tower, you can see it's immune to attacks when it's frozen, but bombs will destroy them. So if we get an ice tower, we kind of have to get a bomb tower as well. And that raises the price when you need both of them by a lot. Okay, I'm actually going to place another one of these just because, please guys. There we go. Yep, that was not very fun. Yeah, we kind of lost a tiny bit of time there, but now we can finally go ahead, sell that guy, and get our super monkey, and now it's time for the super monkey to just destroy everybody. And we can kind of just cruise by with this super monkey until we can afford another one. And we can finally buy our second super monkey, which we'll put right there. And yeah, the balloons have no chance at winning at this point. We're getting up to the end, and I'm kind of just waiting for the timer. I'm not exactly sure when this round does end. Okay, this is kind of awkward. Can you please end? And there we go. That will be the game. A 16-29. Next up, it's number 2. We can start the time as soon as we hit start round, and then right away the first thing we want to do is put down some road spikes and then place some dart monkeys. Like in the last game, dart monkeys are going to be a really big source of damage for us, but don't worry, because in Bloons 2 we actually use a bunch of our towers that we get. And you'll notice there's a big difference from Bloons 1 to Bloons 2. We actually have more towers. But the one we're going to get the most use of is these road spikes. And the road spikes are really good because they only cost $25. And they can basically allow you to be lazy. You're allowed to make mistakes, not have people in just exactly the right places. So you can see we're bleeding a little bit right here. I'm just going to place down some road spikes, end that round a little bit faster. If I didn't have road spikes, I would have had to wait that entire time. So they definitely come in useful in this game, but they're also a little bit stressful because sometimes you need to place a lot of road spikes, and if you don't, you're kind of just going to lose the round. But that doesn't matter because, you know, we have an army of monkeys now. And at this point, all we got to do is save up for a bomb tower. Or I guess it's called a cannon. Now cannons actually have more utility in this game because they added lead balloons. Before, it was just way more worth it to buy a ton of dart monkeys, but now cannons actually have their place in the meta. I can't believe I just said the meta for Bloons tower defense too. But they really will be helpful towers, at least as we go on. Right now we just have our army of dart monkeys and I guess our army of road spikes that we're going to constantly be putting down because I don't feel like dealing with these leaks in any better way. This entire run kind of just feels like instead of dealing with the problem, just do a short-term fix tricks and hope it works out. Now, like in Bloons TD 1, there are going to be 50 different rounds, and that's all we have to get through, which isn't the hardest thing in the world. It is a little scary because we're using the road spikes instead of a lot of different towers. So there are some times where it gets really close to you just dying and losing the round. Yeah, like right here for this yellow balloon round, it's just road spikes on road spikes. I don't think that's how they intended you to play the game, but I don't feel bad about it because, hey, I'm just trying to speedrun, and if that means using literally the worst techniques possible, it is what it is. You also might have noticed that we really haven't been upgrading most of our monkeys very much. That's just because, I don't know, it's not worth it, I guess. But it is worth it to upgrade the cannons, so we are going to do that when we get a chance. And yeah, other than that, we're kind of just chilling. Especially in the beginning rounds, there's not too much that happens. But once we get later on into the game, it gets a lot crazier. Because our main objective throughout this entire thing is just going to be to save up to get a super monkey. Super monkeys are so good in this game, but it is 3,600 cost, so it takes just a tiny bit to get to. I'm a little worried about that. I've already lost a bunch of practice runs just to not having the exact right amount of people, but I think we'll be fine this time. And yeah, I know this map kind of looks pretty boring right now. We have 4 dart monkeys, a couple of cannons, but don't worry because we're actually about to get some diversity with the tack shooting. And now we can add another cannon. Of course, for all of these, we're going to get the bigger bombs. These are going to come really important because you'll see they spray like all of the different balloons instead of just hitting one. I actually have the exact numbers of how many monkeys, tack shooters, and cannons I want to have. We need 10 dart monkeys, 6 different tack shooters, and 5 cannons for us actually to be successful. And that's all what we need before we actually go ahead and get a super monkey. So, oh, and I need to be more on my, okay, yeah, I do not want to get overwhelmed right here. We're getting to those kinds of rounds. So I'm just going to invest in some more dart monkeys right now. Of course, not even upgrading them because why would I ever do that? That seems like a lot of work to have to go and click all those buttons. So we'll just hope that what we have is good enough. And we'll also try to place a cannon somewhere right there. Okay, it barely fit there. I don't even know how that worked out. But we are very close to approaching the point where we're just not going to buy anything anymore because we're waiting for a super monkey. We have all these cannons and stuff. I think we need one more dart monkey after this. And then we just hope that our road spikes will save us for these upcoming rounds. It doesn't really matter if we do bleed at the end of the day because whatever. We have so many lives already. We still have 97. I don't really care. But we just can't bleed too much. And if you're not constantly on your road spikes and constantly just using them, you can very easily bleed too much. And we should put our last dart monkey down. I don't know what's a good position to put him. Maybe right there. Yeah, I guess you can sit right there. We just bled a lot. That was not a good thing. Also, one thing that I do need to do is Flashpoint starts lagging around this point. If you don't know, because we don't have Adobe Flash, we do have to use Flashpoint. So I turned my quality down. Yeah, look at these roads. Look at the, oh god, the quality is not very good. But of course, this is a speed run. We care more about the speed than we do looking even adequate. I still just can't believe how they made the road spikes look. Why'd they have to do that to them? The good thing is because Bloons is in a cartoony style, it doesn't matter too much, but yeah, still not preferable. Also, I really need to get a bunch of road spikes. Okay, we should be fine. Yeah, you can see even when it's on this low quality, it's still lagging a bit. A little bit more than I would like it to, but it doesn't matter because all I'm doing is putting down road spikes. So you can see we're getting to harder and harder rounds. It's getting a lot more scary, especially in this point. We have to put down a bunch of road spikes, otherwise we are definitely going to die. But we are so close to getting our super monkey, and once we do that, it basically just wins us the game. While Bloons 1 feels like overwhelming the enemy with a ton of different things, this game just feels like trying to survive until you can get your super monkey. But then once you get your super monkey, this happens. So yeah, we're pretty comfortable now. As long as we're using road spikes pretty well, we should be fine for the rest of the run, so I'm not too worried. Okay, I am a little bit worried right now. Please, game. Okay, maybe I had a little bit too much self-confidence right there, but it worked out. We're just not going to worry about that point. Super Monkey, I just need to give you epic range. You'll be so much better when we do that because epic range actually increases his range so, like, he covers half the map now. It's just kind of, yeah, you guys can keep coming. It's not going to work out well for you. And you know, just because I might as well show you what the monkey looks like, here's the boomerang monkey, but we do have laser vision, so, you know, there we go. I'm shooting lasers out of my eyes. I accidentally just sold my super monkey. I didn't even realize it at first. How did I just do that? Okay, I just need to afford this. Please, game, do not destroy me because of that. Okay, come on, one last red balloon. This is so embarrassing. What an end of the run. What a second to last level. Okay, I'm not too worried. We're going to get our epic range. We're pretty much just good right here. I don't really care. I'll show you what the glue does. We don't have a glue gunner, but we can just put that glob of glue that makes a really awkward sound effect. So that's a thing. But instead of focusing on glue, I should probably just be putting down road spikes so we can finish off this last few as fast as possible. And we will be able to call time in just a second if all of these die. Okay, I'm a little worried now. Never mind. They are dead, and that should be time. 1610. Now into Bloons 3. And what we're going to be doing is the first map on medium difficulty. And then the first thing we're going to want to do is get a tack shooter, upgrade it a little bit. We can finally get this game going. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty good one. It has been upgraded from Bloons Tower Defense 2. There are more upgrades, and I mean, that's pretty cool. Like now we have the blade shooter for our tack shooters. Those look pretty painful. I kind of even feel bad for the Bloons to just getting through that absolute shredder. Like, what do you even do against that? But, you know, I also can't feel bad for them because they deserve it for trying to attack my base or something. I don't really know what their plan is, I'm gonna be honest. But anyway, this is Bloons Tower Defense 3. It's a pretty good game. I really enjoy the speedrun for it too. And there are actually some pretty cool strategies. Now, one thing that I do like about this map that we're playing on is how long it is. So you can see that tack shooters are really one of the best things to use for this map just because they're gonna get so much mileage out of it. I mean, when you place a tack shooter here, it hits everywhere around it. So yeah, these are gonna be nice and useful for us. And to add to this pain that these Bloons must surely feel, we're also gonna add a cannon. That's not going to be fun for them. To be honest, the cannon kind of sucks in the beginning. I mean, right now it's doing these really small explosions, only killing like one of these Bloons at a time, but it will get better as we get bigger bombs, and then when we get frag bombs too. Now we have a missile launcher. The weird thing about the missile launcher is now it just doesn't make a sound when it explodes. I don't really know what's going on with that or why that's happening. Like, it just feels so weird for this entire event to just be so silent. I'd say the round where this game really starts getting hard is 37, so we have a while to go before then. We can set up a couple things like another cannon that we'll put right there. Oh yeah, now we have lead Bloons also. So, you know, the cannons are actually doing something useful because you do need those to destroy them. I'm gonna put another cannon. I'll put it right there. We'll give it some bigger bombs. Frag. We're always giving them the same thing. Pretty much we just want everything to be upgraded the maximum amount because, I mean, the frag bombs, for one, those are going to be really useful because, I mean, they just pop out fragments. And the missile launcher is nice because when you're using cannons, a lot of the times they can just miss their shots, and I don't really want that. So instead, if we use these missile launchers, the cannons will shoot faster, it'll get things done faster, and yeah, you can just see the obliteration that is going on right now. It isn't really a chance for these guys. But now it's time to put down a monkey tower, or I guess a monkey beak, but same thing, okay? So this is going to be nice because first of all, it'll give us faster attack speed once we get jungle drums. But then secondly, in the part that I would say is a little more important, is we can get the monkey storm beacon. This thing is overpowered, and you're gonna see why in just a second once I'm able to get it. But before that, now we have this guy. He's just kind of coming through. Good thing we have all these defenses. You can't really see it cracking or anything. I'm gonna start putting down some spikes to make sure I can get through this. Please, all you Bloons die. I want this to go by faster. I might have wasted a little bit of money. I don't really care. Moabs are scary in this game because, like you saw, there's no cracking. You don't know how close it is to being completed, and it takes forever to kill. But hey, we were able to make it through, and now we just kind of have this destruction. There's not really too much going on. I am going to save up until we can get the monkey storm beacon, and that's really when the fun part of this run happens. And by the fun part of this run, I mean the time that I can be the laziest, so hooray for me. Okay, we're about to be able to get it. We can upgrade it right then, and now you'll see this part that used to be a question mark, now it's monkey storm. So the nice thing about the monkey storm is when you use it, it kills everything on the screen. So like right there, the round is just over. It was that easy. So our general strategy for the rest of these rounds is to wait until all the Bloons spawn, and then right when they do that, use a monkey storm. We're on to the next round. This thing is just so overpowered. Like, all these Bloons are coming through. It doesn't really matter because we're just gonna have a monkey storm at the end of it. Hurry up, there we go. We can do another one of those. We did do it a little too soon, so there are a couple more things, but again, doesn't really matter. We're just fine. Like, there's a little bit more Bloons. We already have another monkey storm we can use as well. What are these Bloons supposed to do at this point? Out of everything in this game, this is the most overpowered. It doesn't one-shot Moabs, but it one-shots literally everything else, as you can see. This round is going to end with 2 Moabs, but the thing that's more scary for the Moabs is, yeah, you already know the joke I'm going for. Can I use Monkey Storm? Okay, it almost did not let me. So you see, Monkey Storm doesn't work for those guys, so we will use some spikes, use Monkey Storm at the end, and we can call time right... Hello? I got the medal for it. Next is Bloons 4. And the speedrun we're going to be doing is getting to rank 31. That is the rank where you unlock every single one of these monkeys and all of their upgrades. So we have a ways to go for that, but we're going to start out just with a regular dart monkey. We're going to upgrade him twice, and we can start our speedrun as soon as we press start round right there, and he's just gonna have to go to work. This singular dart monkey is going to be most of our damage for the early rounds, just because we have to wait a tiny bit until we get the tower which we actually want to use. But he's able to put in some good work. Hopefully he won't leak any balloons and he should be fine. But there we go. Now we have the boomerang monkey, and the boomerang monkey is the one we actually want. Look, the dart monkeys are right, I guess, but boomerang monkey's just gonna do so much more for us. And the thing about the speedrun we're doing is we're actually gonna use a ton of boomerang monkeys just because they really are so good. They're gonna be most of our early game damage and most of our late game damage too, which is kind of interesting actually. You'd expect something like the super monkey to be more of your late game damage, but because of the boomerang monkey, you can upgrade it so easily. And once you're able to unlock your final upgrade, it's so good. It's just going to be a beautiful thing. But for right now, we're going to put 3 boomerang monkeys right next to each other, upgrade them all to glaive thrower because that is going to be where they're the most effective, at least for right now. Eventually, we're going to be able to get their 4th upgrade, which is going to be the best thing in the game, at least for this speedrun, maybe not in general. But we still have a ways to go for that, and the glaive throwers by themselves should still be pretty good. And now finally, we're also going to put down another tower, which is going to be the bomb tower. The bomb tower is going to be important to deal with any lead balloons and to deal with any Moabs once those come later. But all we're going to do for now is upgrade it 3 times, and now we can focus on some other towers for a bit. And by other towers, I just mean more boomerang monkeys. It's always more boomerang monkeys. Oh, and there's our first camo. To deal with the camos, we are going to have to put down road spikes because we don't have any camo detection just yet, but we will get it eventually. It's just not worth it to get a tower that can detect camos right now because we can just deal with them with road spikes, which only cost $25. Why do the hard solution when you can just do the easy one? I guess. And there we go. Now we have a monkey beacon, which we're definitely going to want to put down. We can place it down right there so it reaches most of our monkeys. And we're going to give it jungle drums, which increases the attack speed of all the towers within its radius. But before we get that, we're going to get another one of these camo rounds. So we're going to have to hit them with a couple more road spikes, and we just don't really have to worry about it after that. And then we can get the monkey beacon jungle drums and sonar beacon, which will make it so that all of these towers can detect camos now. And yeah, after that little detour, it's time to go back to just placing down boomerang monkeys and upgrading them all the way. What a beautiful thing. I love how the boomerang monkey gets a lot of love in this game because in a lot of games it feels like it's not really the best tower, but in this one we just use it for the entire speedrun. And I mean, good for the boomerang monkey, you know? It's just doing its best job and I like it. And now since we have so many of these boomerang monkeys already placed, we're also going to start putting down some more bomb towers because we're definitely going to need them for the coming rounds. If we can place down about 5 of these bomb towers, we should be pretty safe at least for a while. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And now we can kind of just relax for a little bit. We have to wait until we can get to our next rank, and then we're going to get a super monkey, which is when it's going to really get nice. There we go. Now we have a super monkey, so nothing's going to make it through for a while. Especially once you can give it plasma vision, it just completely obliterates every single balloon that comes onto the screen. And we can let this little formation we have right now rest for a bit. You can see also the game's glitching out a tiny bit, so I am going to put this on a lower quality just because I don't feel like the game completely lagging on me. But there we go. Now we have a monkey farm, so we can start using that. Monkey farms are going to be really important because when you upgrade them all the way to their top level, they give you 500 money per round. And especially because we're going to be doing a lot of rounds, this is going to be very important. And because our defenses are so good right now, I don't really have to worry about placing down more towers. So it's really just the time to get all these monkey farms out and make sure we can prepare for later. Because for this speedrun, since we're just focused on ranking up, we are in free play now, and that means the balloons are going to get a lot harder, so you really need to prepare for endgame. Oh yeah, I upgraded all of our bomb towers to Moab launches, by the way. We unlocked that, and you know, those are pretty important. Oh, and now we have a monkey storm, which we're also going to give to our monkey beacon, and it's kind of just a panic button. It basically costs 850 money to use, and will clear every balloon that's on the screen, so it's going to be really important for us. But there we go. Now we have all of our monkey farms here. We have 9 monkey farms in total, which I think is the maximum amount you can put, at least if you're trying to play it smart. So I'm feeling pretty safe at this point. We can put down a couple more of these super monkeys just so we're super safe. But yeah, we're having a pretty good time. I'm going to start placing down a couple more of these bomb towers to also make sure we're safe. And yeah, the game gets a little less scary, at least for a while. To complete this speedrun though, we have to get up to round 93, which is a very large round. So we really have to be prepared. And to do that preparing, it's time to buy a ton of boomerang throwers. Even though we haven't been using them for a while, boomerang throwers are still our most important tower. So we're just going to invest a lot in them. And the reason we wanted that is because now we have their power up, which is lightsaber thrower. All of these boomerang monkeys our Jedis, I guess. We can upgrade all of these boomerang monkeys we already had, make them all lightsaber throwers, and it's just going to be a beautiful thing. I mean, look how cool their hoods are. It makes sense to buy it only for that. And we're basically going to put boomerang throwers everywhere because we want as many as possible. We just love them. I'm also going to place down a couple more super monkeys. While we do love our lightsaber monkeys, super monkeys are always going to be a good investment. And we also want a couple more bomb towers just to make sure we're able to get through all these Moabs. We have to get to round 93 and things are going to start getting a lot harder. But I'm pretty happy with where the run is right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a beacon right here and also place a couple of monkey apprentices. And the monkey apprentices are nice because you can give them summon whirlwind, which will push back some of the balloons if they get all the way over here. If possible, I love to finish this speed run in about 5 minutes. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, but that would be kind of perfect. We just got to make sure that all of our towers are doing their things, keep putting them down, and hoping that the lag doesn't kill me. We're already at rank 25. We only need 6 more ranks. We are so close to the end of this game. I just got to keep going with it. As we keep adding more towers, you can see the game's just constantly getting laggier. And we also need to make sure we have this Call Super Monkey Storm ready because I am very worried about what's going to happen in the next couple of rounds. It looks like we're able to make it through, and I'm really happy about that, but I'm just always ready to have that emergency escape button. And also, once we can upgrade our super monkeys to their final rank, it's going to be really nice. We only get 1 level where we can use it, but that just makes sure that the end game is completely easy once you can get these super monkeys up to Sun God. We just got to survive the tiniest bit more. I just have to keep going. We already have a rank up once this round is over. Like, we are so close to the end. But this is also where it starts to get scary. You can see things are coming by. It's going so fast, but we're making it. We are so close to the end of this. I know I keep saying that. We have research facilities. We're not even going to use those because we don't need the extra money right now. Oh, and this is really scary. I'm going to have my monkey storm ready. I'm going to slow it down a tiny bit just to make sure we can survive and use it right there. Hopefully, we will have the resources to finish out this round. I'm still a tiny bit scared because this is a gigantic round right here. Like, look at all the balloons that are coming through, but we should be able to finish this out. And I think that was a really good time to Monkey Storm. And now we get the Tempest Tornado upgrade, and we can upgrade both of these wizards to that. And I'm feeling a lot safer now. The Tempest Tornado will push even more balloons and pop them. If any balloons do feel like getting all the way over here, I think we're going to be pretty safe. Especially because we already have another rank up. If we just finish this round, we're going to be okay. And there we go. That is another round done. As soon as all of these balloons are dead, please just die. Do not survive any longer. There you go. And we can get a Sun God, which is going to make sure that we can get through this last round. I mean, as soon as we can buy it. There we go. We won the game. I am pretty confident with saying that. All we have to worry about is once we pop all the rest of these, we are going to have to press end game and we should be good. Oh, but things are kind of getting through and I don't have... Okay, I better not die here. I swear. If I died right here at the end, I would be so upset, but we made it through. Okay, that was so close. I was not very comfortable with what just happened. Just please pop the rest of this. Let me end off this speed run. And there we go. We got our pop total. We can end that game no matter how laggy it is. Go back in here, go to easy mode, and we get apocalypse mode, which means we got to rank 31 and we finished out the speedrun.
Now we have Bloons 5, my favorite one.
Now the speedrun that we're going to be doing is getting from rank 1 to rank 22 to where we can unlock all the monkeys. And since we want to be fast, of course we want to do it in only one map, so that's why we choose the sprint track. We'll also choose hard mode so we can get the maximum amount of XP, and yeah, let's just get started. Now the speedrun won't start until we first click the play button, so I'm going to set down a couple of these dart monkeys to start out, and I'm going to make sure that there aren't tutorial pop-ups and that we have auto start on. So we can start the speedrun as soon as we click right here. It's going to give us a little thing about auto round, but we don't really care about that. And we can get started with the poppin'. So you'll see I am rank 1 right now. All I have is the regular dart monkey. There we go. We also got attack shooter, which we're just not going to use. And this is going to be our main line of defense for the first little bit of the game. We're going to get some more stuff unlocked, but we're not really going to worry about that until we get a sniper monkey. So I'm just going to let these monkeys do all their work. They're probably going to be fine. My dart monkeys will level up and do all that kind of things, but yeah, we're just kind of waiting right now. But there we go. There's our sniper monkey, and we're going to want to get 2 different sniper monkeys that we'll place right about here. You'll see why I'm using this specific formation in a little bit, but yeah, it'll all just make sense when we get there. We'll unlock boomerang thrower. We're not going to use that guy. The next type of monkey we're going to use are the ninja monkeys. Ninja monkeys are really important for this speedrun because they can detect camo balloons. And camo is going to be a really big problem for us, especially because we have like nothing unlocked already. So we need to make sure we use ninja monkeys. We're just going to have to wait. We get road spikes. spikes, all that type of thing. We're gonna put our sniper monkeys so they're looking at strong, and we're kind of just waiting. The nice thing about this game is it does have an XP meter down here, so we can see how much XP we need to move up to the next rank. And yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here for a while. I guess I might as well give one of my snipers full metal jackets so they can hit a little bit harder. And yeah, we're kind of just waiting right now. The beginning of the speedrun isn't the most exciting thing, but I guess that's true for most Bloons games. But it does look like we're finally about to level up. All we have to do is complete this round, and then we should get our level up. And yeah, now we have our ninja monkeys. And for the ninja monkeys, what I'm going to want to do is place them about here. And I'm going to delete my dart monkeys, because the dart monkeys are good for early game, but after that, they stop being really important. So I'm going to place 3 ninja monkeys down here, and yeah, we're just going to stick with these guys for a while. Now, you might be wondering why I chose this map over any of the other maps. And the reason behind that is because the Bloons have to go around the map 3 different times, so you can have a really good strategy where your monkeys will hit them multiple times. And in my opinion, this is just the best map to choose. And we are getting a lot of money, which we're going to use in just a second. We have a little bit of a problem with a couple of leaky Bloons, but they can't get too far. And then finally, we're gonna get some ice monkeys. Ice monkeys are actually really important for this run, which is kind of surprising because usually it seems like they're kind of not. But if you upgrade ice monkeys enough, they become really good. And also, I'm forgetting to upgrade my other monkeys. I should probably do that. All these ninjas should have full upgrades, at least from what they already have. So I'm gonna give them Seeking Shuriken and Ninja Discipline. But yeah, we have a pretty good amount of units right here. We're not too worried about anything happening. Some stuff is kind of getting by, but I'm not too worried about it at the end of the day. I'm also going to make sure that I put my bomb tower on strong because it's really going to be needed to deal with stronger enemies. And once we get enough money, I'm also going to place another bomb tower right about, I'll go for here. And yeah, we're at another spot where we're kind of just waiting. Like I said, to complete this run, we do need to get to rank 22. And it looks like we're rank 10 right now. We're only done with 32 rounds, so we're just slowly but surely getting by. But I can also upgrade my ninjas a little bit more so I can give them sharp shurikens. That's really going to help us with all the Bloons that are coming out, especially because now we have a camo round, which you can see we kind of just destroy. Yeah, the camels can try, but I have all these ninja monkeys. They're not going to be able to do too much. And might as well upgrade my snipers just a tiny bit. We don't want to upgrade the snipers too much, but they are really helpful, especially when dealing with stronger enemies. They're just not the most important thing in the world. And then here's another reason why we chose this track. It's because we can use a monkey buccaneer. The monkey buccaneer is nice because he has so much range. He can cover so much of the map, and it's just a really good tower. It will level up nicely for us, so I'm pretty happy to have it. We're just going to go through, upgrade a couple of these guys, making sure that they have all the stuff they need, and we'll get distraction for our ninja monkeys. This will make the Bloons move the wrong way sometimes, so it's a nice thing to have. I might as well also get night vision goggles for both of my sniper monkeys. And yeah, I'm just at a pretty safe place right now. We can upgrade things. We're not too worried. We haven't even lost any lives yet. Honestly, this run has been pretty good. We just got everything working together. Nothing really wrong is happening right now. I can get enhanced freeze for my ice monkeys. We get some more bomb tower upgrades. More stuff is happening. I don't really care about these notifications. The notifications kind of suck because you can't turn them off and you need to see them. They lose time each time, but whatever. It's just a tiny bit of time loss. And we are very close to getting one of the best monkeys in the game, the super monkey, and we're gonna place down a lot of these. Super monkeys are really good at this game. As you can see by how fast he's shooting right now, yeah, these are just a good thing to invest in. So I'm gonna make sure I have 2 different super monkeys. We just have to save up a little bit more. They do cost $3,780 because we are on hard mode, but they are definitely an investment that is well worth it. So we're gonna place 2 of those down right there. And yeah, we just have a really good setup right now. We'll get some missile launchers. They'll be able to do some work, and I'm really just not worried at this point. I mean, there's not much that can defeat me. We have this, and yeah, it just kind of gets annihilated. It didn't really stand a chance at the end of the day, but hey, it tried, and you got to give it some credit, even if it didn't really work out too well for it. We're gonna upgrade our super monkeys, give them some laser blasters. That will basically multiply their damage even more and just make everything pretty good. I mean, who doesn't want to put lasers on your super monkeys? I don't know if they like it because I feel like having lasers for eyes would kind of hurt, but whatever. And also now we have a monkey village, and the monkey village is going to be probably the most important tower in this entire game, because the reason we set up our towers in this formation was just for this monkey village, because we can place it down. It fits every single one of the towers, and it's going to give all of them a bunch of upgrades. The upgrade we really need out of it is radar scanner, so that's really going to come in important. But for right now, we do have to level it up before it does get there, so we're just kind of going to have to wait. Also, there is the monkey farm, which we could get, and it might be worth it, but I just feel like it kind of isn't. Monkey farms can get you a lot of money, but they are a pretty large investment as well. And since we are so late in the game, I just don't really think it's worth it. But I will upgrade my different ice towers so we can have them starting to do some good work. And we're also going to give all of our ninja monkeys flash bomb, because flash bomb is going to be able to stun balloons, and yeah, the balloons even have less of a chance now. They can try. They really can try to beat us, but it's just not going to work. I'm sorry. And now we'll upgrade our monkey tower, and now it will make everything do more damage. Like, we just have a beautiful formation right now. And at this point, I'm going to save up some money so we can give the plasma blast to my super monkeys, because that definitely is an important thing we're going to need as we go on in these rounds. We are only on round 59. We have to make it to around 82, I think, to make it up all the way. But there we go. That's going to be one of the plasma blasts if we get through those notifications, please. And hey, look, it's one of these. Too bad it didn't really stand a chance. Yeah, you tried. You still have a couple more times around, dude. And this speedrun is getting to a really interesting point, because it's a part where you're pretty worried at all times. Because, I mean, worst comes to worst, some really bad things could happen. But as long as I'm just paying attention, making sure nothing bad happens, we should be okay. Once I get another one of these plasma monkeys, I'm going to feel really good about myself. But, you know, we're just going to have to wait for that, I guess. We don't get money that fast, so we do still have to wait a good amount for that. But there we go. That is going to be a plasma blast. And now we're actually going to wait until we can upgrade our ice towers. This is where the ice towers are going to come in with their usefulness, because 2 of our ice towers we're going to give ice shards, which are going to just pop the balloons. So yeah, that's going to be very helpful. And it really helps when you have a really big clump of balloons, because it helps whittle them down. It is kind of a big investment to go ahead and get those, but I mean, it is going to be worth it at the end of the day, obviously, or I probably wouldn't be doing it. And then for this ice tower, we want to give it the Arctic Wind, and that one's really expensive. That's $7,000. That's more expensive than the plasma rifles, but it's going to be very important, especially when we get to, I think it's like round 76. I don't know, we'll just see. But yeah, I'm at a really safe place right now. I'm also gonna get Moab Mauler, because that will help both of our bomb towers and making sure that nothing gets through those. But after that, I will finally, oh wait, I also need to get radar scanner. I should probably get that before I forget. But finally, after getting all that stuff, their upgrades, even though I said I was gonna focus on my ice towers, we will finally focus and get that $7,000. It just takes so long. And we're also at rank 20. We only need 2 more unlocks until we're done with this speedrun. I'm pretty happy with how fast we've been going. We just have to hope that we can hold it off until we get to that final rank. And you can see the XP at this time, it's going by really slowly, because to be fair, look at how much XP you need to rank up. But we're definitely going to be able to get there. I still have lost no lives, so I'm really happy with that. And finally, we're going to be able to get the Arctic Wind power up. And yeah, that's going to help out a lot more, because you can just see the effect it has. It stops all the balloons in their tracks, and yeah, it's really helpful. And it also has a really big range, so this setup, it's just probably the best setup for this speedrun. At least I'm assuming. Who knows? I guess I could be wrong. And now finally, what we can focus on is the super monkeys again, and also our monkey buccaneer, because this guy can get the destroyer, and now he just looks really cool. And for our super monkeys, we're going to want to turn them into robo monkeys, because then they can basically do double the damage. Half super monkey, half killer robot of death. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty destructive thing to be. And at this point, we are about to get to round 76. This was the one that I said was pretty hard, but you can see with the setup, all the monkeys, the ice towers that we have, we just kind of get through it. and it's no problem at all. I was struggling with figuring out a solution to do that, but finally we found that solution and it just helped a lot. But you know what would also help a lot? Getting a Robo Monkey, especially because of all of these that are just going around. I guess they don't really have a chance still, but I'd still like a Robo Monkey. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm really not worried about anything happening. We have such a strong formation of units, and they're all right around the monkey village, so they're even stronger. I mean, we're just pretty much good. I don't even know if I have to upgrade anything else for the rest of the speedrun. I guess I will keep doing it because might as well, but we're kind of just plowing through everything. Might as well give the sniper monkeys some love. Their 0.50 is like a lot of money, but I guess it'll be worth it at the end of the day. And a nice thing about these rounds is we're also getting money pretty fast, and there's rank 21. We only have one more rank that we have to do. Okay, I'm really happy with that, and it's also giving me a gift. It always does this. I don't care. Please, I don't want the monkey sub. Let's just continue on. You can see how much XP we need until we're done. We are so close to the end of this speed run, and it's been a really good speed run too. I think with this time, we should be able to get the sub 20 minute, and I'm going to be really happy with that. I will get another robo monkey so we can do even more destruction, and yeah, we're just plowing through everything. I don't really know what to do with my money now. I guess I'll buy one of these. I really love the monkey ace, even though it's not really going to help us too much. I don't care. I just like him. And that is enough XP. We just have to end off this round. Please, just hurry up, dude. Oh, there are all these things, and we missed the sub 19 minute, but that is going to be the end of the round, and that is rank 22. Now we have the balloon chipper, and we unlocked all monkeys.
And finally, it's time for Bloons TD 6.
So we can start our speedrun as soon as we click on start. You're gonna get a couple of intro cutscenes, like this guy who's like, balloons have taken over your town, and unfortunately, we have this little intro thing, so I'm gonna put down some monkeys. They're gonna be able to fight some balloons. Yeah, there's no real way to speed this up. So we just have to let our regular dart monkeys do their thing. We're gonna have to make it through 3 rounds until we can finally upgrade one of our monkeys, and then you'll see what we do from there. So there's not too much going on, but it's saying popping your monkeys will earn experience. We can upgrade one of them, and then finally we can leave this place and go back to the home. And this means that now we can actually choose where we want to go. So I'm going to go into play, and the map that we're going to be using is Park Path. I've just gotten really comfortable with this path, so it's pretty cool. And one thing you might notice about Bloons TD 6 is they have now added in heroes. Also really quick, I'm just going to turn auto start on and game hints off. But yeah, we have heroes, which are basically things that get upgraded by themselves. You can see you can unlock their levels with money, or you can just wait for them to level up, and that's basically what we're going to be doing. Now for the first little bit, we're just going to put down 1 dart monkey to help out our hero, just before we get some more towers, because of course we have nothing unlocked. But this speedrun is going to be unlocking every single one of these characters. By the time we're done with this speedrun, all of these things will be unlocked. Just like that, we got the tack shooter. We can put that down, which is one of the towers that I really like for this speedrun. At least in early game, it's very nice to have. And I'm also going to get rid of my dart monkey because he's kind of useless at this point. We don't want him to get any of the XP that our tack shooter could get, and then we can give our tack shooter faster shooting, which can help take care of the balloons more. Now, one thing you might have noticed is I am actually on hard mode. The reason for that is it's going to be the quickest way for us to gain XP, and I'm just gonna make sure that we're gonna be able to make it through all the way to round 80 so we can get the maximum amount of XP. So we got all these balloons. I mean, there's not too much I can do to speed it up right now. I pretty much just have my tack shooter. I got Quincy right here shooting his arrows, and we're just gonna go through. I'm kind of just waiting for my tack shooter to be able to be upgraded, or for me to unlock another monkey, because that's also gonna be very nice. But there we go. We can get even faster shooting, which will help us deal with these balloons even more. Like, we are not having any problems. And we can get a boomerang monkey, because the boomerang monkey is one of my favorite early game monkeys. But you can see we unlocked our cannon now, and we're going to be able to use that in just a second. We're getting some regrow balloons, but we have a ton of stuff that is going to be very helpful. We also unlock our ice tower, but we're not going to use him. I'm going to place down a cannon so that can start getting some XP, and we can give these boomerang monkeys some glaives, which is going to be a lot of damage that we can stack on top of them. The boomerang monkeys are going to be a very large part of our damage for this run, so I'm going to make sure I upgrade them enough and just keep going with that. Oh, and it looks like they can even upgrade again, so we can get faster rings, which means we'll get some more upgrades, which means we'll be able to do even more damage. And it's going to go through, tell me about some more balloons that are coming through. We have white ones that we have to deal with. A couple of them did leak through. That is why I put this boomerang monkey right there, so it can deal with any of those faster. And we unlock our glue gunner. We're going by pretty quickly so far. We get our camos, but mostly Quincy is going to deal with the camos for now. I'm going to get some more tacks for my tack shooter. We'll get some more balloons coming out, and we can also upgrade our cannon, which we're going to give him these 2 upgrades. And I keep calling them cannons, but they're called bomb shooters. It's whatever. It's the same thing. But our bomb shooters are going to be the majority of our Moab damage. Moabs, of course, come at round 40, so we have to be kind of prepared for that. So I'm going to put both of these guys on strong, so they're going to be able to deal with the hard people. We get some lead balloons too, so this is actually perfect timing. We can upgrade that right there. Get another upgrade, which we can do some sniper monkeys, and those are also going to be very nice. So as soon as possible, I'm going to start placing down a couple of my sniper monkeys. We want 4 of these total. These guys are going to be our damage for all the camo balloons, because we don't have anything like a monkey village that can make everything see camo, and I just found that snipers are pretty much the best for dealing with it, so that's what we're going with. And we get a bunch of these. I'm going to get a monkey sub so we can start getting that some XP, but before that, I'm going to give all of these guys night vision goggles, because that would be really nice. You can see we're getting camos. Quincy's having a hard time dealing with it himself, so if we have these ones being able to see camo as well, that's going to be nice. I can give these guys glaive ricochet. That's going to really help with just dealing with a bunch of the balloons. It's going to be some extra damage, and I'm going to like it a lot. And you can see we have this camo round right here. I can can make sure all these guys have their night vision goggles. We can also give them faster firing because they're going to need a lot of damage to deal with this. And I can place a monkey sub down right there so that can start getting some damage. And the monkey sub is going to be really important because if you get the right upgrades, it can see all across the map. So I really want my monkey sub to get a good amount of XP. That's why I'm going to place down a second one as well before we go over here, get some even faster firing for all of these monkeys. And everything's looking pretty good right now. I mean, pretty much all of them have night vision goggles, which is going to be helpful for all the camos. We're not really going to have to worry about those. And they can shoot pretty fast, but we're just going to keep upgrading them more and more so they become more overpowered. We're about at round 40, so hopefully we'll be able to get at least one of these before this ends. And there we go. That's going to be a Moab Mauler. So we're not really going to have to be worried about round 40, and we can just kind of go through that. We're also getting a bunch of towers that you might notice I'm not using. The reason I don't want to use them is because we can only level up so many of our towers at the same time. So I got to pick and choose which ones are important to me and just go from there. But I'm going to give these guys some glaive ricochet. I'm going to get some faster firing and some shrapnel shot right there. And my sniper monkeys are just doing amazing work for me right now. I just love them so much. But we'll give him longer range as well as twin guns. That will be very important. And everything's just doing a ton of damage. We're getting some more monkeys that we're not going to use at all, but they're nice to have, I guess. I mean, it does mean we're getting more done with the speedrun. We can also now upgrade these guys to have semi-automatic guns, and that's really where they're going to shine. You can see they're shooting pretty fast, but not the fastest in the world. But once we're able to give them a semi-automatic gun, it just gets so much better. So this looks like the perfect time, and you can see, look at him go. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to do this well. And yeah, we're just making it through the game. Our sniper monkeys right now are doing most of our damage because they're killing the balloons before anything else can even see them. It's kind of amazing. I will also unlock hot shot for this guy, give these guys some frag bombs so they're going to be able to do a little bit more damage. And it's probably going to be a good idea to get a couple more bomb towers because just making sure that I'm okay for all the Moabs is really important to me, especially because our snipers aren't really focused on damage. It's more just being able to kill a lot of things. So if I have this many, I'm going to feel pretty safe with 4 of these guys. Now we can go over here, give our submarine advanced intel, which means that they're going to be able to shoot all the way across the map, which is really good for this game. And now we're just going to kind of focus on giving all of our sniper monkeys semi-automatic. That's going to make sure that we're not going to really have any problems, and it's just going to be a good thing for us. Oh yeah, I should probably also switch these Moab Maulers to strong. That would probably be important. But we unlocked a new hero. Unfortunately, we're just not going to use the other heroes. There's not really a point in this speedrun. We just stick with our boy Quincy because he can do enough damage. We haven't even used any of his abilities yet, but that's going to be another semi-automatic. Our firing squad with these sniper monkeys, they're not even snipers at this point. They just kind of do everything. And that is going to be the last one to semi-automatic. And we should also be close to leveling up, which means now we can get an alchemist. Alchemists are going to be really important for this speedrun because they're able to buff all the other units around them. So we're going to put one over there and one by our sniper monkeys just to make sure we get all the buffs. Now they can't do buffs just yet because they do have to level up. Once we do get those buffs, it's going to be really helpful for the speedrun. So we'll just hope that they slowly but surely level up. We can also give our subs some air burst starts, which is going to be nice. And we're kind of just upgrading everybody little by little, just making sure everything's okay. Also, now we can give our sniper monkeys full auto rifle, which means they're going to be able to shoot even faster. And it's only $5,000. Like, that is not that expensive. Oh yeah, we have this one. It's probably a good thing that we have all these sniper monkeys. Otherwise, this would have been a really tough stage to beat. We just have all of them killing all the things. Please be able to get through there, and come on. Okay, we were just able to make it through that. That was really scary. You saw that we actually lost some of our lives. I thought I was about to lose the run, but thankfully we were able to do it. And now I can upgrade one of my snipers to be a full auto rifle, so we don't really have to worry too much about that next time. Yeah, that was way too close for comfort. I'm just gonna go and upgrade my AUX, so they're gonna be able to do some stuff. They still can't buff other people yet, but they're very close to it, so we'll be fine when that happens. Seriously, that was so scary for me. I can't believe how many lives we just lost. That could have been a very bad thing. But we are now on round 63, which is one of the hard rounds in Bloons games, but we're making it through pretty easily, and I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna make sure as many sniper monkeys as possible are able to get the full auto rifle, and once they get that, we're not really gonna have to worry about anything. We have all these fortified Moabs, but we have all these guys. We have everything else working out for us. I'm actually gonna place down one more bomb tower just to make sure we're completely safe, but I'm really not worried at this point. We made it through that one kind of scary place, and now all we have to do is kind of just chill. When you have this elite team of 4 snipers who literally have fully automatic rifles, like, you don't got too much to worry about in general. And that's going to be some more monkey money, which I can't use at all, but I guess it's nice to have. And now we can upgrade our AUX, so they're actually going to be able to buff the different things, like giving them the acidic mixture drip, which helps monkeys pop more balloons. I should probably also give my different boomerang monkeys more glaives. That will make sure they can do more DPS, and with that, I'm going to feel a lot more safe. The problem with playing this game is because there's just so many different things you can upgrade, and you want to do everything at once, but you just don't have the money for it. Like, I would love to fully upgrade all of my snipers to full auto rifle, but would it be a better idea to maybe get more glaives? So you kind of just have to always consider that. We're going to get the super monkey right there, who we're not going to use at all, but I guess he can kind of just be there. He looks pretty cool. And that is going to be another more glaives. I like that. And we're almost to round 80 with 15 minutes on the clock. We can also get perishing potions for our AUKs, which will make them even stronger, because perishing potions, of course, will help our different units do more damage. Also, just to make sure, I'm going to give one of our bomb shooters Moab Assassin, and that's going to make sure once we do get to round 80, we won't really have to worry about it too much. But other than that, I think we're just pretty much focusing on upgrading our sniper monkeys. The more damage they can do, the safer I'm going to feel, especially with some of the balloons kind of making it through, but I think we should be fine. And now we can also upgrade our sniper monkeys so they can be elite defender. Now, this does cost a lot of money, so I don't know if we'll get it within the next few rounds, but if we do get it, it'll be pretty nice. But yeah, you can kind of see I'm just waiting for round 80 to happen. There's not too much I can do to speed this up other than just making sure I kill all these balloons. We almost have another full auto rifle, which will be really nice. And I should probably make sure that I'm actually going to use my powers. Like, we have 2 Quincy powers and a Moab Assassin, so if things do get a little hairy, I just need to make sure I actually use them. Like, we're going to have this one around, which might be a good idea to use Quincy, or not. I guess we were just able to finish it off. And we're just slowly but surely getting rid of all these balloons. This round's kind of annoying just because it takes so long, but we are almost around to 80 where we can use the rest of our abilities and be fine. So here is round 80. It's going to give us a little warning, but we can use all of our different abilities, just kind of completely destroy this thing. This round isn't even hard with our current setup. And there we go. We level up again, which we're going to use to get a monkey village, and we get a victory. Hooray. Now, instead of doing free play for this one, we're actually going to go into a new stage. And the reason behind that is free play just takes way too long. When you're playing through free play, it only gives you a fraction of the XP that it normally does, so it's really not worth it. So we'll start on Cubism, which is a map I really like. And a good thing is we will actually have a different strategy for this map. Of course, we're starting out with Quincy like usual, and then we're also going to place a dart monkey to help doing some of this damage. But after that, we're going to go for one of our ninja monkeys because those guys are really nice. Now, one other important thing to recognize is we don't just need to get all the XP to unlock the monkeys, because you might notice the Dartling Gunner is not unlocked. The only way to unlock the Dartling Gunner is by doing a certain amount of pops. I don't remember the exact amount, but he's a little different to unlock, so we have to make sure we do him a different way. We just have to get a total amount of pops, which now you might be saying, well, then wouldn't free play be worth it? But unfortunately, after doing some testing, free play just didn't give us the amount of pops we needed, so we're gonna go with this instead. I'm just gonna make sure that my ninja monkey is nice and upgraded. We also want to, as soon as possible, be able to get one of these monkey villages, because monkey villages are going to be something very nice for this run. As long as I don't need to upgrade anything, I probably won't, just so we can save up for the monkey village. You can see it's like $1,300, and there's not too much I can do to speed this up. We kind of just wait, destroy all these balloons. But there we go. We got our monkey village, which I'm going to try to put in a fairly strategic position, and that's going to buff all the towers around it. Especially once we give it more power-ups, it will help with that as well. I'm going to give this guy some sharp shurikens, because there are some balloons that are starting to make it through, but now sharp shurikens just make sure that doesn't happen. And then I also want to have one sniper monkey around here. I just really like the sniper monkeys. In this one, we don't need to give night vision goggles, so we're actually going to upgrade it in its damage instead of that, and we're also going to give it faster firing like usual. We can put that one on strong so it can deal with all of those, and we just got a good amount of units for this early game. I'm also going to make sure for the monkey village I give it bigger radius, because then with that we can give it jungle drums, which will increase the attack speed of all monkeys within its radius. You can probably see why that's pretty nice. And finally, before I forget, I'm also going to put an alchemist right there as well, so it can buff our different things too. Oh, and alchemist has enough XP to get a berserker brew, which is one of the best buffs in the game. It gives the monkeys extra damage, range, and attack speed. So once we can save up for that, it is very easily going to be worth it. Now, another thing we're going to get right there is a banana farm, and I don't really need to use banana farms for this run, but I will anyway. They're just a nice way of getting a little bit more money, so we will use those in the future, and we'll start working for radar scanner. Another thing I'm going to want to do right over here is start putting down a monkey sub, because of course it does have its advanced intel. So if I then put down a monkey right there, it can see all across the map and just be really overpowered. We're going to use a lot of monkey subs for this run, so I'm going to put a couple of them right there. And I mean, I should probably also save up for my banana farm. There are just so many things I can buy right now. Okay, finally we can put our first banana farm right there, which will give us more money for every round. You can see it will sprout out some bananas. Those will each give us $20. And yeah, it's just an investment for the later game. Now I'm also going to want to give this sniper monkey large caliber and give him some faster firing, so he's going to be able to deal with a lot of stuff. We can also upgrade this, and we can also upgrade our banana farm to get some increased production, which will produce more bananas and therefore more money. Before putting down just one more banana banana farm, and once you have 2, you're pretty safe. Now we just have to hope we can make it through this Moab. I believe we should be pretty safe. Yeah, we were completely fine. I was a little bit worried about it, but I didn't really have to be at all. Now once we get the money, we want jungle drums, so now everything can do more damage if it's around there, and we're going to want to put another alchemist by our subs, so it's going to be able to buff them. Yeah, this run we're doing right now is basically just all about buffing our different things, and it's going to be really nice once we have a ton of troops. So we can upgrade these, give them triple gun, so they're going to be able to do even more damage, and we're going to put down a couple more subs. Subs are definitely one of my favorite units in this game, and the reason why I chose to use a water map. I mean, they can see all across the map, and they just do so much damage, so they are definitely worth it. And with that, we'll get some spike factories. We're not going to use the spike factory at all, but I guess it's there now. And we can put down another couple bits of these monkey subs, making sure they're within range of our alchemists. Give them all their advanced intel, so they're able to do a ton of damage, and just upgrade them as we go. I think 5 should be enough, especially because what we want is these armor-piercing darts. Those are going to be really helpful for the future of the speedrun, so I'm really going to want them. We're also going to get some greater production in these, and that's going to be the last upgrade we give to our monkey farms. But I'm in a really safe position right now. I mean, it seems like things are kind of getting through, but we're pretty satisfied with where we're at. I can give these guys their different triple guns to make sure they can all do more damage, and yeah, I just don't even know what to say. We're just going to win. As long as you know how to play this game, it isn't the most difficult in the world. It's mostly just about making sure you're going fast for this speedrun. And there are probably way better ways of doing this that I'm not even considering, but hey, go try it yourself. Now we should be really close to getting armor piercing darts. Thank you very much. And now the subs can get upgraded even more. Armor piercing darts is one of the best upgrades in the game, at least in my opinion. It just makes subs so good. So we're definitely going to save up the money for that, and it's going to be really helpful that we do have these banana farms, because they're going to help with saving up the money. We'll just go one by one, getting some more armor piercing darts, getting some level ups, but we don't really care about those right now. And we're just going to completely make it through all of these waves that should give us some trouble, but we just have an overpowered setup. I can also upgrade my alchemist to get stronger stimulant. That's going to help out our other units even more, so it is definitely worth it to get for these guys. But when you're playing this game and you have a good setup, I guess you get pretty confident in yourself. I mean, especially because I've played plenty of this game and we're only on an easy map, I'm not too worried. Oh, I didn't even mention this, but we did unlock all of our characters besides for the Dartling Gunner. But of course, like I said, we do need to get enough pops, so I'm just going to wait for the right round. Yeah, the pop requirement is just kind of annoying. I wish it wasn't there, but of course, we just got to wait for our Dartling Gunner. He needs enough pops to be good at the game. And finally, we almost have enough money to get our Elite Defender. This is our first tier 5 upgrade for the speedrun. Tier 5 monkeys are the strongest monkeys in the game, as you just saw by that pop-up, and you can only have one of each monkey in the game. So like if we had multiple sniper monkeys, only one of them could reach the tier 5 upgrade. That's just a cool little fact. I also didn't really need him. You could see we're just decimating through these late rounds. Armor piercing darts for the monkey subs is just so good. There's not really any way else to say it. And finally, we're almost done with this map. We're at round 79 out of 80. So there's only one more round that we do have to do. At least I would say that, except we don't do it because now we have enough pops to open this up and get our final guy. I'm sorry if that was kind of anticlimactic for you, but that's the speedrun. 33-18.